Watch new era of Ek Dooje Ke Waaste exclusively on Sony Live. Streaming now.
Candy Tuskers won the toss and elected to bat first. There's a look at the sides that have been selected. 3 changes for the Candy Tuskers. Colombo Kings unchanged. Says something about a side when they're unchanged. So they're all fit and feeling good after their last victory against the Stallions. Wide ball. It's going to be a wide. O'Donnell.
Interesting inclusion last time. He had just one left-hander, I think, in the Colombo King side. That's Thickshila de Silva. So he'll enjoy bowling to the right-handers. But we've spoken a lot about the dew. See, that's going to be the challenge, because spinners would naturally struggle. They'll struggle to spin the ball. They won't get anything out of it.
Now there's some movement. Back in towards the right-hander Gurbaz.
We do know that Isuru Udana's got all the tricks, but he also can bowl a quick delivery when he wants to. His effort ball is up in the mid-130s, which is enough to challenge the batsman with his pace as well. He bowls a good bouncer. That one just coming back, slicing Gurbaz in two.
Down the track, forcing over the top. One bounce and he's got 4 runs. He's on a charge today.
He looked very impressive throughout the tournament, Gurbaz. That was definitely a mile 11 circle champion shot. Look how far down he goes and hits it through the line over mid-on. Mid-on inside the circle. He's been impressive. He's been very aggressive at the top. He's not been afraid to take on the bowlers, and he's come off.
Yeah, scores of 53 that I mentioned at the top, and also 30 in the second game. Then it fell away a little bit. Oh, sends his captain back. Now, had that lit up the stumps, that would have been out as well. There's issues here.
Yeah, one's calling in Sinhalese and one's calling in Pushtu, I think.
Kusal running for his life. He was gone. He was gone. He was almost not in the frame. It's his day. He survived twice. He needs to make full use of it. Grab it with both hands now.
Oh my goodness gracious me. They are flashing with the bats behind the crease. There's some scrambling going on, that's for sure.
What are they up to? As you say, I think the communication. Pashtun and Sinhalese.
That's exactly what it is. I tell you one thing though, that this is an exciting opening batting combination, not least for their running between wickets. But Gurbaz gives it a whack, doesn't he? Anything that comes into his area, he whacks it, and Kusal Janat, he doesn't hold back either.
I wonder if Adana hadn't fumbled that. If he hadn't fumbled that the first time, yeah, that might be what he's saying there. If he hadn't fumbled it and it was a clean pick up and throw, he might have been half a chance. Pace off that one. Now they almost collided this time.
Did you say exciting, Mickey?
Keystone Cops.
Exciting for many reasons, not just the batting.
Isuru Udana changing his pace up there. Such an experienced bowler. He knows when to use his variation and when not to.
He's now really turning out to be an absolute T20 specialist. He's been sought by many leagues around the world. He's also forming a very important part in the Sri Lankan lineup.
Hard down the ground. Now that's the extra ball he had to bowl because of the wide first up. So he got punished with the extra delivery. 10 from it, 21 for no loss.
People want you to be someone that you're not. You're Alex.
A couple of guys who can win matches in their own rights.
On the subject of Kusal Mendes, as Mickey is with us, Kusal has opened the batting. And he's been quite reasonable as an opener. Has it ever occurred to you to look at Kusal as an opener in the T20 format? I mean, Kusal Mendes.
Yeah, no, not at the moment. His role for us is in the middle. You want your batsmen that can hit gaps, that can run hard, hit the boundary when needed. You want them batting in the middle for you. That's his role for us at the moment.
Chamira now. It's rushed onto him. Good line first up. Couldn't do too much with that. Negresa's batsman is tucked up, and that'll get him thinking.
You see that last ball, Kusal Pereira punched down the ground, perfect. Just hitting through the line and through mid-on. Timing perfect.
You talk matchups. This is a perfect matchup. The extra pace of Chamira to Gurbaz.
Noticeable that mid-off and mid-on are also on the edge of the circle in case he does look to advance. Leg bite.
One thing is about this player's performance, particularly the likes of Chamira, who's done very well, it appears to be rubbing off on them. You talk to them, just discuss how much they're enjoying themselves, and you could see the body language, the way they express themselves. They sound confident, they sound very happy, they're willing to go out and do what is expected of them. And that, I believe, is because of what they have achieved in the middle. It's all to do with their confidence level. And that looks very high as far as some of these youngsters are concerned. I saw that in Dushmantha Chamira today, talking to him. Because generally, he's a quiet guy. He wouldn't express himself too much. And he made it a point about the way he bowled in the last game and the plans he spoke of. That's brilliant for someone like him.
Yeah, I thought he was very impressive. His lengths, I thought, were very good, and he bowled with some pace as well.
Now that's high. Is it going to go to the gloves? Oh, it is going to go to the gloves. That is a sensational catch. That is one of the hardest catches to take. Even though he's got the big gloves on, Tanamal's done an outstanding job.
Mark it down as one of the best catchers in the My 11 Circle LPL. Never an easy catch going away from you. And Dinesh Chandimal had to run a long way back. As Hazy said, never easy with the ball falling over your shoulder. Having to keep an eye on the ball. Excellent catch. Very well done, Dinesh Chandimal.
He's a big player, of course, Pereira, but not tonight. He goes for 4, 22 for 1.
Gentlemen.
Hello, Alex. Your uncle was a spy. And I think you are too.
Alex is bright and determined, and he questions everything.
Pacing feet, screw my face to the beat. I am the dropout, the cop out. They scraped off the...
You have no idea what you're getting into.
I've got a lot of power like King Kong or Kim Jong. Never try and test me with your pretty little sing-song.
Alex. Alex.
People want you to be someone that you're not. You're Alex.
Kusal Mendes now. He's got a job to do. He's there nice and early. He's going to have plenty of time. He's got a bit of time to get used to the conditions. The track is good. It won't take him long to realise that. He's got to increase that average. We don't normally talk about averages with that much when you talk about T20 cricket, but I think with someone like him, you can actually talk about average. It's a wrap on the gloves to Gurbaz.
But taking another look at that catch, it's catches like this that lifts teams. And this is exactly what Chandimal's done, being a senior pro. Not the captain, but he's really setting a fantastic example on the field. In a tournament where we've seen some rather ordinary and average fielding efforts, this is brilliant.
Yeah, that was a really good catch. With Kusal Janeth, one of the key players. That's why we spoke about the matchup. Chamira to these two was a very good matchup, and it paid dividends.
Now there's cries of catch it here again. Is this going to be taken also? This will be another blinder if it is. No, that was really difficult. That was in the air for a long time and he couldn't settle. When you're running after that and the ball's coming over your shoulder, you cannot settle and you can't keep your head still.
That's an indication as to why such catches are so tough. If it's going away from him.
Yeah, Asan Priyanjan called, he wanted it, but for my money, that was Andre Russell's catch running in. He would have had a far better chance catching that, in my opinion.
That's clever. Worked down to the man at third man. He's picked up a boundary. Last ball. Good over. In the end goes for 7. 28 for 1.
Harshad Shantilal Mehta.
Big bull. Man of integrity. Harshad is a hero. Fraud.
Harshad Mehta bheko.
शेयर मार्केट इतना गहरा कुआं है जो पूरे देश की पैसे की प्यास बुझा सकता है और मैं इस कुएं में डुबकी लगाना चाहता हूं। देखो मैं सिगरेट नहीं पीता पर जेब में लाइटर जरूर रखता हूं धमाका करने के लिए।
Key players on show tonight. Don't forget to download the app from My11Circle. Correction, my11circle.com. Select your team, get the maximum points, and have fun with the champions. So Kushal Mendes is one of those guys that you would probably want as a player through the app. My11Circle app. Runs in the last game.
Yeah, he is. He'll be looking to get Gurbaz on strike, so Gurbaz can take the power play on, which he does very, very well. Last ball of the over, he just uses Chamira's pace, just a little bit too much width to get it down for 4. That it was a really good over from Dushmanta Chamira. Only went for 6, but he would have just wanted him. And I'm a coach who we're always striving for excellence. You just would have wanted him to close that out better.
Swing at that. A little bit of exercise for the umpire.
Ruchira Palya Guruge. Well, that's a top umpire from Sri Lanka. He's now, I believe, in the ICC panel and doing very well for himself.
55 runs off 45 balls the last game for Mendes. Swept that away nicely. Gee, that's a class. That is a class shot.
Kusal Mendes just feeds on the length. The Suradana just gained marginally, fractionally short. He was quick to put that away through the leg side. Beautiful pick of length early, gets himself into a good position and hammers it through the leg side for 4.
Surely a My11Circle champion shot.
It's a great channel. It's exactly where you want to bowl as a left armour across a right-hander batsman when he first arrives.
Got a slip in. Suradana spoke about the channel and going across the right-hander. Third man and square leg are the 2 men out. Everyone else in the circle. Suradana just looking to bowl just back of a length.
know we talked about this a little bit earlier. When you win the toss and you elect to bat in these sort of conditions, and you're going to be bowling with a delivery that's going to be a ball rather that's going to maybe be affected by the dew a little bit later. Therefore, these spinners, the Gunaratnas, Irfan Pathan's not going to be able to swing it when it gets a little bit damp. Gunaratna won't be able to grip it as well as he would like. And Budinia also. What it also does when it's a little bit damp is it doesn't grip on the pitch. That's the other negative thing for the spinner. It just tends to slide on rather than grip on the pitch. So it really is a disadvantage, I think, to bowl second in these sort of conditions. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Oh, that's a wonderful pickup. That is an outstanding pickup by Udana. Magnificent stuff at the bowler's end.
Colombo Kings. Well, they've got the second man out. They've got the second Kusal out. Kusal Pereira courtesy an outstanding catch. And this one, a terrible mix-up. The point was Kusal Mendes was looking for a run when Gurbaz was not even looking at him. He was just disappointed with the shot that he missed out. Utter confusion, no communication at all. Understand the disappointment of Kusal Mendes. Out for 5, 34 for 2.
Hello, Alex. Your uncle was a spy. And I think you are too.
Alex is bright and determined and he questions everything.
Pace and feet, screw my face to the beat. I am the dropout, the cop out. They scraped off the...
You have no idea what you're getting into.
I've got a lot of power like King Kong or Kim Jong. Never try and test me with your pretty little sing-song.
Alex. Alex.
People want you to be someone that you're not. You're Alex.
He didn't play in the first game for the County Tuskers. He was drafted in for the second. Picked up the Man of the Match award. It's down the ground. And that's gone for 4 runs. That's a nice stride from Gurbaz this time all along the carpets. 10 from the over, 38 for 2 now.
आज के दौर में the circus is dying. इसीलिए हम सर्कस को बंद करने वाले हैं.
तुम क्या करोगे? अपना सर्कस खोलेंगे सर.
बार इससे बड़ा सर्कस है.
सर्कस में पैदा हुए हैं. सब करेंगे हम. रुपया भी कमाएंगे, तंबू भी गाड़ेंगे, टिकट भी बेचेंगे, परफॉर्म भी करेंगे. और सर्कस जरूर बनाएंगे. खुद का सर्कस.
DuPont is knowingly poisoning 70,000 local residents for the last 40 years. Our government is captive to DuPont. They're trying to force you to make me stop.
This is not the start they wanted. Gurbaz is still there, 26 not out. Mendes is the last to go. Taylor's just arrived and about to face his first delivery. Chamira again. I think there's a couple of things to highlight from that run out. One was the frustration from Gurbaz. I can only think that he thought there was a scream for a run, but this pickup from Udana was just outstanding. And that's really good hands to be able to do that. To pick up the ball from that sort of throw next to the base of the stumps is brilliant.
Kusal Mendes is obviously disappointed. I think I heard him say it was my call, behind the wickets. And you would expect the non-striker to call when the ball goes behind the wickets. As Hazy said, Gurbaz's problem was he was frustrated that he missed out.
Really good couple of balls again here by Dushmancha Chamira. He's hitting at hard length and he's bowling with some good pace. All the run-out chances tonight, there's been a hell of a lot of them. Kusal Jannath was nearly run out twice before he got off the mark. And then eventually, bang, Kusal Mendes out, run out. Great pick up by Suradana. Gurbaz He's going to have to get a lot of runs tonight.
I just can't understand what Mendes was thinking. He was straddling the crease, Gabaz. He wasn't even thinking about moving. There was a yelp of frustration, and surely Mendes didn't think that was a call or something.
Kusal Mendes obviously thought it was his call. Technically, it's behind the wicket. But Gurbaz paid little attention to what Kusal was trying to do.
Yeah, two things there for me. First of all, I'm not sure there was a run. I liked Kusal Mendes was obviously he was obviously up for it. He's looking to rotate strike. Gurbaz was worried about his shot. He didn't even move. There we go, the Red Bull. Somebody's going to need wings for this Candy Tuskers tonight in order to get them to a score that is going to be defendable against a very strong Colombo Kings.
There's a great deal of responsibility now on Gurbaz. He cannot play a rash shot and throw this away. He's a natural aggressor. Oh, there's a neck. And I think that's another wicket. Yeah. The finger has gone up, but it has been reviewed. He's saying off the helmet.
Well bowled, heavy ball. He's gone short. That's off the helmet. It looks like it was off the helmet. He's bowled a heavy ball there, Dushmanto Chimera. Love that attitude. There's the alter edge. There's no heartbeat. No heartbeat. It's off the helmet. Take it further. No, off the helmet. Don't see the physio, don't see the doctor. Might get a concussion sub later.
But very eventful, isn't it? Run-outs, hit on the helmet. Yeah, he's got to reverse his decision. Not out is the call.
So this is a really tight over. 3 runs from it. Just checking how many balls left, I think. 1 ball remaining. He's down to 3rd man. That's a very good over from Chimera. So 4 off the over. Not many runs at the moment. 42 for 2.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
They're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you don't get there in time, we will lose 1,600 men, your brother among them.
Unchanged team today for Colombo Kings. Nice strike, sounded good. Will it go all the way? Yes. 6 in his aggressive style.
Awesome. That's not the way to treat Andre Russell. But on the other hand, what does it matter? That's what he does to other batsmen when he's batting. Take that. Let's see how it feels. But Gurbaz, he's got a lot of work to do. because the Candy Tuskers have lost 2. And he's got to make up for it.
And again, off the middle, but it doesn't go all the way. Another wicket, important one. They're crumbling now. Russell strikes.
Can you keep him out of the game? Andre Russell. He's a terror to the bowlers. When not, he comes out to bat. And now he's started to bowl as well. And he's amongst wickets. He removed the danger man. Nicely held catch. It's a big wicket. He was looking dangerous. Gurbaz is walking back after scoring 34 from 21. It's 48 for 3.
ये प्लेन कोलकाता से पिछली बार 35 साल पहले टेक ऑफ किया था। ये सारी चीजें आइडेंटिकल जरूर हैं लेकिन असली नहीं है। बस इतना पता करना है कि ये सेटअप क्यों किया जा रहा है। क्या टाइम ट्रैवल पॉसिबल है? सिर्फ किताबों में।
Streaming now on Sony Live.
आज के दौर में द सर्कस इज डाइंग, इसीलिए हम सर्कस को बंद करने वाले हैं।
तुम क्या करोगे? अपना सर्कस खोलेंगे सर।
बार इससे बड़ा सर्कस है।
सर्कस में पैदा हुए हैं, सब करेंगे हम। रुपया भी कमाएंगे, तंबू भी गाड़ेंगे, टिकट भी बेचेंगे, परफॉर्म भी करेंगे और सर्कस जरूर बनाएंगे, खुद का सर्कस।
Already 3 wickets falling within the power play. There's an interesting stat in T20 cricket. You lost 3 within the power play overs. There's a 20% chance of winning the game only.
Short ball put into the stands. And the next delivery is pitched up, but it's a slow ball. He runs those fingers over, and that's what brings about the miss hit. You think it's poor from Gurbaz, but he was done by this man. Clever cricket. Poor because he's trying to take the fielder on. 2 fielders in the deep. Tries to take Usrudan on.
Go short again, Russell, with his change in pace. My comment about Gurbaz is he's such a talented player. You look at him, he's got all the strokes. As a batsman, he's got the aggression as well. But what you don't see is control, which is so crucial to play that big innings, and that is what he's not delivered for this Candy Tuskers team.
This is not all about hitting sixes. As a batsman, you should have the ability to rotate the strike as well. I'm with you. He was able to hit a 6. And he got greedy. Asila Gunaratne is a handy cricketer to have in your lineup. Can bowl and also gather some important runs for his side.
50 on the board. Awesome. Handy cricketer, you said. That's why. My 11th circle. Champion shot. 54 for 3.
श्रवण सुमन की मोहब्बत अब तक आपने देखी टीवी पर। आगे की उनकी दास्तान देखिए सिर्फ सोनी लिव पर। वॉच न्यू एरा ऑफ एक दूजे के वास्ते एक्सक्लूसिवली ऑन सोनी लिव, स्ट्रीमिंग नाउ।
End of the power play, 54 for 3. Runs coming in good pace. Will be disappointed with the number of wickets they've lost.
Matthews back into the attack. Wow. Deft touch, clever fielder in the circle, and he takes him on. Andre Russell just can't believe it. But what can he complain about? He's saying it should be illegal, but then what about what he does to bowlers? That's legal? Come on.
I reckon he's a little bit embarrassed because he fancies himself as a fast bowler, Andre Russell, and to have a batsman just take the mickey out of you and just manipulate the ball to the leg side after you've gone short, that could hurt your ego.
But you have to appreciate the ability of the batsman to be able to produce that stroke. He made sure that he hit the ball into the gap, away from the fieldsman. Huge shot, huge shot.
It looked leg side-ish. It did. That's what Chandimal says. No, he wants it. He's asked for it because he knows it's a big wicket. Brendan Taylor at this stage will be massive. He's the only man who can change this innings around for the Candy Tuskers. Lyndon Hannibal is the umpire who'll have to make the decision. Bit of nibble. It's angled in. He's a long way across, isn't he, Brendan Taylor?
How often have we seen captains go to their wicketkeeper to get advice? Exactly what Angelo Matthews did on this occasion. Dinesh Chandimal was confident that the review should be taken, and they did take it.
Well, Angelo was quite certain. He was reaffirming with the wicketkeeper Chandimal that batsman moved across and the impact was within the stumps. Was there an inside edge? Nope.
Well, I was under the impression that Chandimal was agreeing with Angelo Matthews.
I also thought that he didn't get the support that he was looking for from behind the stumps. No bat. It's angled in, but it's crashing. Matthews making some very good decisions of late. And this is another. He went up totally on his own. He didn't get the support from the wicketkeeper, but he gets the decision. That's a massive blow. Brendan Taylor caught on the crease. Brendan Taylor gone for 3. Candy Tuskers, they're sliding down the hill. 55 for 4.
DuPont is knowingly poisoning 70,000 local residents for the last 40 years. Our government is captive to DuPont. They're trying to force you to make me stop.
आज के दौर में the circus is dying. इसीलिए हम सर्कस को बंद करने वाले हैं.
तुम क्या करोगे? अपना सर्कस खोलेंगे सर.
बार इससे बड़ा सर्कस है.
सर्कस में पैदा हुए हैं. सब करेंगे हम. रुपया भी कमाएंगे, तंबू भी गाड़ेंगे, टिकट भी बेचेंगे, परफॉर्म भी करेंगे. और सर्कस जरूर बनाएंगे. खुद का सर्कस.
Irfan Pathan, who was injured in that first game with a hamstring injury, now back into the side, has an opportunity with the bat. Not quite sure. We'll see him with the ball.
He's got a job to do. The situation is not right for his side. Losing 4 wickets within 7 overs. Never easy.
Pulled away. Positive start. Now, a surprise that Dinesh Chandimal didn't support Angelo Matthews with that review call. Just look to the background of the screen. He doesn't move down the leg side, and usually that's an indication as if the ball is going down the leg side. That's why I think Angelo Matthews was quite convinced that he should go for the review.
Brandon Taylor moved towards the off stump. The wicketkeeper was blinded, so he wasn't sure. The captain was.
All is well that ends well for Colombo Kings. 4 wickets. Again, looking a dominant force as they did when they played yesterday against the Jaffna Stallions. I interviewed Angelo Matthews and he spoke about the plans they had when they bowled. Similar effort we're seeing here. Control, discipline.
There are different plans for different bowlers. There's options. Usman Chamir with his pace. The moment you can get it above 140, you're getting a lot out of this pitch. You've got the fluff of Andre Russell, as you would say in your part of the world, Darren, where he just ambles in. And then with those strong shoulders, surprises the batsman with the pace that he can generate. That's hard to pick up.
Gives Angelo Matthews a brilliant option with the ball. Excellent over from the captain. Just 3 runs from it, and he's picked up a wicket. 57 for 4.
श्रवण सुमन की मोहब्बत अब तक आपने देखी टीवी पर। आगे की उनकी दास्तान देखिए सिर्फ सोनी लिव पर। Watch new era of एक दूजे के वास्ते exclusively on Sony Live. Streaming now.
Both teams will surely get some points. The Cycling Sense Fair Play Award for the spirit in which matches are played. This game clearly being played in the right spirit. Andre Russell saying that's illegal.
Rich coming from him.
That's illegal, man.
He's doing a good job with the ball. Amongst wickets into his second over. Getting the ball to react off the surface.
What's the plan here, fellas? From a batting point of view, what should be the focus?
Hit him like that, just smack him. Just go boundaries. Irfan Pathan. Back in the team, he's giving them an extra option. Gets it in front of square for a mile 11 circle champion shot. Short hand jab once again. But enough timing in it and value for shots in this Hambantota outfield. Still having a slip in, so Angelo Matthews is believing in wickets. And he's got the attack to search for wickets.
Another wicket-taking option. Faiz Ahmed, the leg spinner. Again a short ball, but this time around straight to the fielder. It's been quite impressive, Faiz Ahmed. My 11th circle, Lanka Premier League.
Bowling options are plenty. Haven't seen Faiz Ahmed. Picked up 3 wickets in the last game with his spin. Goes short with pace. Good change-ups, good variations from Andre Russell. 63 for 4. And teams more so, Candy Tuskers will want to regroup as we go to a strategic timeout.
Hello, Alex. Your uncle was a spy. And I think you are too.
Alex is bright and determined, and he questions everything.
Pace and feet, screw my face to the beat. I am the dropout, the cop out. They scraped off the.
You have no idea what you're getting into.
I've got a lot of power like King Kong or Kim Jong. Never try and test me with your pretty little sing song.
Alex. Alex.
People want you to be someone that you're not. You're Alex.
Shorter the format.
Officially it's through the gap.
Harder will be the battle. Who will be at their dominating best? Watch Australia versus India T20 series. But what will you do on a non-match day? Well, we have got you a reason to live more. Subscribe to Live Now.
अरे दीदी ब्राइडल मेकअप ब्रेकअप मेकअप नो मेकअप जैसा लुक बोलेंगी ना बिल्कुल वैसा लुक दूंगी आपको और देखना लोग पहचान ही नहीं पाएंगे कि ये वही नज़मा आपी है।
अरे जिस नज़मा आपी की पॉपुलैरिटी पे ये शो मिला है लोग उसे ही नहीं पहचान पाएंगे और आप खुश हो रही हो। कॉमन सेंस के बस नाम में कॉमन है बट है ये बहुत रेयर इसीलिए है ये शो। और दीदी आपको पता है आजकल तो दिया लेके ढूंढो ना तो भी नहीं मिलता कॉमन सेंस।
You never win with violence. You only win when you maintain your dignity.
A partnership desperately. Candy Tuskers so far 8 runs from 10. Irfan Pathan, Gunaratna. They've come together and Kusal Pereira will want them to bat as many overs as possible. Maybe with wickets in hand they could have a go in the last 5. Currently their rate will get them to 158.
Angelo Matthews going for the kill. Bringing back his premier bowler. And Chamira has been very impressive. With that pace, he showed a lot of control on the ball as well. He lands the ball in the right areas consistently, and whenever he decides to bowl that heavy ball, it's well directed. His make impression in the Sri Lanka Premier League.
Nicely stroked through the offside. The last time Pathan played competitive cricket for India would have been in 2012, so hasn't been playing a lot, so mightn't be at his best. In his prime, he is a wonderful performer of India.
Dilron Pereira will be in next. Few new bowlers. Lasit Tambuldenia, Vishwa Fernando, Munaf Patel and Nuwan Pradeep are the others. So there's not a lot of batting to come for the Candy Tuskers. Oh, that's cut him in half. He's been a treat to watch, Dushmantha Chamira. It's getting it through. He's bowling with a lot of control, not afraid to use that short delivery. If he can just stay fit. That's always been the problem with Dushmantha Chameera. How good would he be for Sri Lanka?
Pace at any stage of your career as a batsman will keep you busy. We've seen that from Chameera in his spells. Always hustling batsmen, just distorting their minds a bit, and that is what he does with his aggression. Komi Munchie, the #1 biscuit brand in Sri Lanka, sponsor of the My 11 Circle Lanka Premier League. Some of the players enjoying it. Russell?
There's nothing left in the combox. Mickey Arthur and Roshan Abe Singh were spotted picking up a few packets earlier on. Must have a look in Roshan's bag.
Short again. Hurried Pathan. Was well directed.
Yeah, zip through. My 11 Circle. Download the app. Just be involved with Lanka Premier League. Select the top performer which you think are going to perform consistently in this Lanka Premier League. A great medium to stay involved with the game a bit more.
Great way to follow the league and the players, the ones who are performing.
To his third over, 12 runs only conceded. This one, 2 runs from Chameera. And it stays that way. Very, very good. 65 for 4.
Charles Ingram. They're cheats.
It isn't cheating. Charles Ingram was completely innocent.
There's a pattern. Oh, what, coughing? Let's play! Who wants to be a millionaire?
Pathan having a word with the umpire. Not happy with the short deliveries.
A word. Many words, Darren. 2 well-directed short balls. Wanted to make sure that it was called one above the shoulder. Case Ahmed. Another attacking option. It was brilliant to watch yesterday picking up Shoaib Malik with a peach.
Okay.
Loud appeal, loud appeal. That was adjacent. First delivery, strikes again.
Making an impression straight away, Kaizama. Premeditated, but almost shocked himself, the batsman, and an easy decision for the umpire to make.
Certainly was. Half the team in the dressing room with not a lot of batting to come. The Candy Tuskers, they've started rolling. They're now rolling down the Hunnasgiriya with Asela Gunaratne going back for 8. It's 65 for 5.
You never win with violence. You only win when you maintain your dignity.
आज के दौर में द सर्कस इज डाइंग, इसीलिए हम सर्कस को बंद करने वाले हैं।
तुम क्या करोगे? अपना सर्कस खोलेंगे सर।
द्वार इससे बड़ा सर्कस है।
सर्कस में पैदा हुए हैं, सब करेंगे हम। रुपया भी कमाएंगे, तंबू भी गाड़ेंगे, टिकट भी बेचेंगे, परफॉर्म भी करेंगे और सर्कस जरूर बनाएंगे, खुद का सर्कस।
Come on, Casey.
Gilruan Pereira, the new batsman. Now I ask you, gentlemen, what should be the approach with the bat? This is not the approach that you want to adopt. The first delivery from Qais Ahmed, using the reverse sweep, losing his wicket. Gunaratne, he will be quite disappointed with that. A lot of premeditation in that shot.
It's all about game awareness, isn't it? If you lose 4 wickets, all you have to do as a batsman is try and play the full court of overs. And if you were thinking at the start of the innings 180 runs, start thinking about 140. If you get closer, 10 more runs. A bit of respectability in the total. Can the Tuskers take it?
The last over, Pathan got a short one. The first one was not called above the shoulder level and Richirapalli Guruge at square leg. I think he was right because Pathan was not standing upright. And that would allow Chamira to bowl another. So that was what this conversation was about. Pathan thought it should have been called.
Nice.
The score for the Candy Tuskers, 69 for 5. Oh dear. Did he signal no ball? Certainly not. Not happy with something, Richirapalli Guruge.
The bowler thought he has bowled 6 deliveries in this over. That was a good delivery to end the over. It was a slider. Successful over from Qais Ahmed. After 10, it's 70 for 5.
Sony Live लाया है फ्री गेम्स का खजाना. Live tournaments का sensation. It's gaming का ultimate destination. Just play and win. और जीतो लाखों के कैश प्राइजेस हर दिन. Only on Sony Live app.
Halfway mark, 70 for 5. Problems with the top 5 gone. Chamira.
And not a lot to come to. And Buldenia, Vishwa Fernando, Munaf Patel and Nuwan Pradeep. Does not excite anyone.
Get back. Out. Uh-oh. Scrub that one out. Skipper, scrub that one out.
Well, I think they should put, let's use a common language that we all understand, Paul.
Just over the top of the keeper. Gone for 4.
That actually tested the wicket keeper. Brilliant to watch Dushmantha Chamira. Did it yesterday and he's doing it again here. Outstanding. No substitute for extra pace.
if Afan Pathan is in your fantasy cricket team for tonight's game. Download the app from my11circle.com. Select your team and have fun. Play with the champions. He certainly was a champion in his heyday. Afan Pathan was a wonderful cricketer. Great to have him involved again today. 5 off the over, 75 for 5. A tricky little leg spinner. A wonderful talent, Case Ahmed. Straight into the game, picked up a wicket already.
He's been brilliant. He's employed that short pitch delivery with some effects. And whenever he decides to bowl those heavy balls, they are not really short. And that's why he creates so much pressure on the batsman. And tonight he was able to move the ball around too.
Note the line. The line's crucial. Just on around that 4th or 5th off stump, which makes it that he's bowling quickly at the batsman. So exciting because been around for a while, hardly been able to stay on the park. Injuries have held him back. Well, what's holding the Candy Tuskers back right now is communication.
It's all challenge between Case Ahmed and Afan Pathan. You could see that he was sort of itching to get after him, but no, decided against lofting it and just rove him on the ground for one. Just looking to rotate the strike, but of course in this sort of situation you can't take too many risks against a bowler of this ability, because he doesn't give you too much.
They've got to scramble, try and get a score on the board that your bowlers will have some chance. Pitch good. We had 405 runs scored in the game prior to this. That's an indication. I'd say 160 at least to give yourself a chance on this pitch. 12 gone, 79 for 5.
Hello, Alex. Your uncle was a spy. And I think you are too.
Alex is bright and determined, and he questions everything.
Pace and feet, screw my face to the beat. I am the dropout, the cop out. They scraped off the.
You have no idea what you're getting into.
I've got a lot of power like King Kong or Kim Jong. Never try and test me with your pretty little sing-song.
Alex. Alex.
People want you to be someone that you're not. You're Alex.
I think you're right, Russ. That 160 mark is minimum. I really do. And I think the only way they can get there is if they have wickets in hand at the end, which means this partnership, which is now only worth 14, has got to go very deep here. So they can have a little bit of a dip towards the end, and also some of their mates behind them. Guys, certainly cricketers with the bank time, but they've got to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Yes, in the previous match, 400 runs were scored. But you've got to look at the bowling attack, which Colombo Kings have. Variety, pace, exploited the conditions very well. Angelo Matthews opted to bowl with a new ball, moved the ball around. They've really got the stranglehold of this game now by picking up 5 wickets.
He's a big lad, but to his right, to his left, he moves so easily. Gets across quickly. Andre Russell. He covers a big area there. Big unit, I mentioned.
Okay, so here's a test. Or there's a test there maybe for Andre Russell. Oh, it's on the watch strap. Going to help his timing in the field. So 3 dot balls halfway through this over. Afan Pathan can't give this away. Got to make sure he doesn't get too tempted. It's a bit bit short, a little bit quicker. There is protection, so it's just the one.
Look at the commitment. Look at the commitment. Not afraid to throw himself around. Looking to save runs for his side. The process.
He doesn't need it. It's not that he times the ball when he bats, is it?
Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Waiting on it. Running off the face. Picking up a boundary.
Papaw. Actually, for 4 after a long time. Opens the face of the bat. Delicate touch.
Bottom edge. Past that leg stump.
Look at bowling slow. He's getting the ball to react off the surface. It's another bowler who's thinking of taking the wickets all the times.
Revolutions on this ball from Case Ahmed are really good, but he's also getting some bounce. That's a little bit quicker that time. He's a clever bowler. We haven't seen the wrong one so far in this over. Halfway through it, I wonder if we'll get it as we go deeper in the over. These are all standard. Leg spinners. That one's quicker than the first two. Oh, it's beautifully bowled. That really is beautifully bowled. He is a champion. This guy, that is superb stuff.
Quicker ball. Forced the batsman on the back foot. Wasn't the right idea. Easy decision for the umpire to make. Second wicket for the leggy. And he picked up this wicket with a flipper.
Brilliant in the sense, the first 3 balls were so slow through the air. And then he just fires one in. Dilruwan Pereira caught on the crease. He's got only 12 runs, and the Candy Tuskers, 85 for 6.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
They're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you don't get there in time, we will lose 1,600 men. Your brother among them.
Embodinia now. 2 balls left. Oh, that's a wrong one. He's showing us everything. This is the full bag of tricks. Now, that wicket delivery was quite extraordinary. The wicket delivery from Qais Ahmed was the flipper. Now, that is a very difficult ball to bowl. We'll have a closer look at that shortly. He likes that as well. I don't think that one's out. Neither's the umpire, and he's the one that matters. So 1 from the over, just a wicket as well, 85 for 6.
Human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights.
As long as she has been in public light, there have been these ups and downs.
You want to make a difference, you want to have an impact, well then you got to get in the arena.
Koshal continues. Lapped around the corner, fine. There is a man in that region. He's not going to get there though. That's a boundary to start the over for Farm Patan.
Now Kushal looks a decent talent, but he bowls too quick for my liking. A full toss, all Irfan Pathan needed to do was hit the ball into the gap. Made sure he plays that one fine, and it's my 11 circle champion shot.
He gives you all the pace you need. He's bowling very fast. P.T. Kaushal. That means he does come onto the bat a little bit better. But Qais Ahmed on the other end is varying his pace, slow through the air, and he's also got the quicker one.
Look at that release. That's the flipper. Look at it spinning backwards. That's the important thing about that. It's out the front of the hand. It's flat and it skids. That is so gifted to be able to bowl that one. That is really special. Very few guys can get that right.
And that flipper also dipped in the air as well.
So just to explain a little bit further, it comes right out of the front of the hand. It's sort of flicked out in the front of the hand with all the fingers almost. And it's spinning backwards as it goes through, so it skids on. And you can see that the batsman was too late, Pereira, to actually play it, and it was dead in front, and he was on his way. That is magnificent. It really is. So that over, we saw a couple of leggies, standard, we saw a quicker one, we saw the flipper, we saw the wrong one as well. This is what the batsman sees. Look at that, right out of the front of the hand.
What's incredible about his ability, he lands the ball accurately and consistently.
Try and do that in your hallway. Grab a tennis ball or an apple. Try and do that in your hallway, you'll probably hit the side wall. It is so hard to control. The other thing, you've also got a very strong fingers to do it. Quick up with a purchase. Tidy. Good comeback after the boundary first ball. 92 for 6.
Hello, Alex. Your uncle was a spy. And I think you are too.
Alex is bright and determined, and he questions everything.
Pace and feet, screw my face to the beat. I am the dropout, the cop out, they scraped off the...
You have no idea what you're getting into.
I've got a lot of power like King Kong or Kim Jong. Never try and test me with your pretty little sing-song.
Alex. Alex.
People want you to be someone that you're not. You're Alex.
Qais Ahmed continues. Stump him, miss-stumped in fact. Rare chance, goes a begging. Chandimal couldn't quite hold on.
Through the gate, Chandy couldn't hold on to that. Qais Ahmed's bowled very, very well, been very impressive, as have all the bowlers tonight. It's been a contrasting batting display. When you remember that the previous game had almost 400 plus runs, the struggle of the Candy Tuskers has been inexplicable. I haven't really seen anything unusual.
Leg spin is quite ubiquitous in T20 cricket. Lots of variations. And it's an attacking option for a captain. Left of screen, the conventional leg break.
Such a difficult art to master.
We've seen some leg spinners in this tournament, none as effective as Case Ahmed. And that's because of his consistency in his lines and lengths. Doesn't let you off as a batsman. Doesn't give you a freebie as well.
No, he doesn't. Very rarely do you get a freebie. I've enjoyed watching him bowl. I really have. So too, Wanindu Hasaranga, who's been outstanding. Leg spinners are gold dust. And we spoke about it in the previous game. Wickets through the middle overs are crucial, and this hasn't allowed the Candy Tuskers to go because they've just taken wickets and wickets and wickets. Hasn't allowed them to attack the rate at any time.
7 wickets so far in the tournament for Case Ahmed. Another excellent over from him, and we'll have a strategic timeout.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
They're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack.